Good morning. This morning I just finished making a phone call down to the Access place at 24th Street in Jefferson to check on the status of the referral that my doctor put in for me the other day. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. This is the morning of day 8, right, babe?
I believe so.
We believe so, day 8. It's 9-something a.m. But anyways, to check on the status of the referral for the orthopedic surgeon that my doctor put in for me this morning. Alright, so I'm going to give you a little peek here. Here, let's give you a little peek here of what we're dealing with. Oh, I think that's what it looks like. Alright, it's getting better. It's just a point now where it's starting to knit itself back together, but but the collarbone itself is broken into 3 pieces, and the biggest pieces is overlapped like this, knitted together, and then there's a couple of smaller pieces here that are broken, right? So it's kind of like overlapped like this and then kinked up to the side, right? It's got a big bump right here. You can feel it. You can see it right there, I hope. Right? But anyways, this is the interesting thing. Once the process has been taken away from Obamacare and it's been placed back into the hands of the state access people, it's running right along smooth, huh, babe?
Yes.
Yeah, the lady Carla, she just told me just now. I just called in, gave him my name and my number, right? And instantaneously I popped up on her computer screen, and she told me that the status of my referral is being processed right now, and that they should be giving me a call shortly, either sometime later today or tomorrow in the morning, for me to go in and get reviewed by the orthopedic surgeon. You see now, that's the simplicity of the Arizona state access system. It has been like this for years and years and years and years and years, right? And it never failed. That there was no reason for them to change it, because if you don't, just because here in Arizona, just because you get food stamps doesn't mean that you get access. Here in Arizona, just because you get access doesn't mean you get food stamps. You know what I'm saying? You have to go down and apply separately for one or the other, right? In my case, right, because years ago, when I was married and I had children, right, my children were on access and WIC when they were born. Right, so it kind of put me in the system too, so that now, years later, when life has changed and everything's different, and I ended up, displaced and homeless on the streets, and I went down and I applied for food stamps, right? Because I was still in the system, right? I automatically qualified to be covered under access, and in me personally, I would chose to rather have the access than the food stamps, but the food stamps came with it, so I'm not going to turn it down. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, me and Margaret, we struggled month to month nowadays paying the rent and the power bill. You know what I'm saying? I got to go pay the power bill now. Got the money right here, right? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I'm all messed up, and I still got to get on the bus and go downtown and pay the dang power bill. Right? But anyways, that's the simplicity of the state of Arizona's access system. It works. It works really well. I have no idea why Mr. Obama decided to supersede all of this and implant Obamacare on top of all of it. That slows the whole process down. There's probably 10 times more forms, 10 times more phone calls, at least 2 or 3 more people inserted into the system that give it a really good chance to screw it up, huh, babe? You know what I'm saying? And end up, you know what I'm saying? The only good thing about the Obamacare thing is that you can get the drugs for virtually nothing. Look at that. I got a big ass bottle of drugs. Right? Percocets. You know what I'm saying? Hell, last time they gave me them stupid hydrocodone and Vicodins that were making me sick to my stomach. See, look, I'm under the influence of a Percocet now. I look totally different, don't I? I'm not all drunk and droopy and freaky and weird feeling. You know what I'm saying? I take one of these every 6 or 7 hours, and dude, I might not have to take the next one. I can sleep without them now. You know, you notice I'm not wearing the sling this morning, right? It's my good little friend Sparky here crawled up underneath me last night, and You know what I'm saying? Gave me some mojo juice from his little magic person and healed me a little bit. So this is the status where we're at. I'm waiting right now just for the phone call for me to go down and be reviewed by the orthopedic surgeon to see what they're going to do. As you can see, you can just by looking at it, you can tell I'm going to get surgery. I'm probably going to end up with a little metal plate and a couple of screws, you know what I'm saying? Because it's starting to knit back together now and it's knitting back wrong, and so they're going to have to re-break it, right, and fix it. We were laughing we were over at a friend's house yesterday, laughing and joking about it, and he was saying that if maybe I could get lucky and they just cut out the broken pieces and insert one of those Terminator titanium steel rods or something. then whenever I go through the metal detector, it sets everything off and everybody freaks out. I said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, until all them U.S. Marshals start sticking their guns in my face because I got a metal rod in my arm. But anyways, that's where we stand today. This is the morning of day 8. Right? Everything seems to be working fine now that it's back in the hands of the state access people. Right, so hopefully here in the next couple of days, we'll have gone to the doctor, got my surgery set up, and I'm on the mend. I'm in healing mode for permanence instead of healing mode accidentally. So, thank you. Keep you updated. Here we are. Hey, check it out. I just got a phone call a little while ago. Right, we are hooked up. Here's the information that I needed right here. Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. I have a doctor's appointment with the orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Swanson, right? And he's going to examine me, and then we're probably going to schedule me for some kind of surgery since this is broken really bad. Here, babe. Grab the camera, babe. Here, give him a close-up of what it really looks like.
Your hand's in the way.
No, it's not. Pull the camera up and just pick it up. Point right there. Enjoying all them colors? Look at all those colors. That is a big old bruise right there. But anyways, alright, babe. Anyways, so this, like I said earlier in this morning's part of the video, this is day number 8. We've been waiting 8 days to get to this point, right? Thanks to the aforementioned Obamacare section of our healthcare. See, because here in Arizona, right? Arizona is different. Arizona for the longest time was, you know, a rebel state. They're doing that Jade Helm stuff up here up north, the military exercise games and all kind of crazy stuff, because people in Arizona don't really give a rat's ass about what the government thinks. But there's some things that they have, they have imposed on us, and Obamacare is one of those. I have a really good friend who just lives right around the corner, who's furious because the government takes $330 of his hard-earned money to help pay for somebody else's Obamacare. Right? He doesn't need Obamacare. He has private medical insurance, but yet they're taking $230 from his money to pay for somebody else's money who's on Obamacare, when here in Arizona everybody was on Access. We were all on Access. Access stands for Arizona's Health Cost Containment System, and it's been around since I was a young man. Right? I'm 57 now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole thing, right? But this is my point. You notice that once my doctor sent in the referral and it got out of the hands of the federal government's medical system and it got placed back into the hands of the Arizona State Access System, you see how fast this has happened. Bing, bang, boom. Because this system has been here and it's been running for years and years and years. You know, it's like I've said before, and there's never been any problem. There was never any problem with Arizona's access until Obamacare came along, and all them senators and all them congressmen and everybody and all those fools, right, voted to pass this stuff. But yet they don't care. They didn't care about any of us. We're the ones getting screwed, right? That they're over there making millions. I had another friend posted something on Facebook yesterday that kind of sort of made me laugh, but it made it true. It goes like this: the Republican majority in the Senate repealed some tax for the super rich. It says that they don't have to pay this tax anymore, and it alleviates a $268 billion tax burden on the super rich. Well, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. You know, considering that most of the Republicans are the super rich people. You know what I'm saying? They basically gave them, they disbanded a tax that was taxing them. So now those of us that are from the middle to the bottom, we got to pay for. We got to make up $268 billion more dollars. Right? Hey, it's all good, hombre.
Yes.
It's all good, sure. Here, look. I'll be healed up by Wednesday morning after I go see the doctor. Let me run right out and see if I can whittle down that tax burden bill. You know what I'm saying? By myself. You know what I'm saying? Come on, people, get a clue, right? What's really going on around here? I'm making fun of it. I'm just poking holes in the whole system here, just simply by making fun about going to the doctor. I'm seriously injured. Right? I mean, you see the proof of it yourself. Here, look, check this one out. You didn't see this bruise, did you? Right?
Turn a little bit.
Turn a little bit more. Here, look, here, back up.
This way. Other way, babe.
Other way, that way. See, look. You didn't see that one, did you? Right here, look at this one. Look at my ankle down here. Right? I did that after the whole fact of the matter. Falling down, trying to walk back. Right? Because, Obamacare wouldn't pay for a taxi cab for me to come back from the hospital. So I had to walk 3.5 miles the night that I did this. Isn't that interesting? So anyways, you know what I'm saying? Get a clue, people. Well, we'll see what happens Wednesday. I'll make another video Wednesday morning at the doctor's office. Until then,